Hello, Rick Team video. Today we're going to take a look at Nihilego in the Open Master League here, which is going to be a very interesting Pokemon. A Pokemon I'm currently trying to build as well here. We're going to have the Groudon in the lead, which is going to be way better next time when we're going to have the new charge move for it as well. Here we see a bait coming through. I think the opponent swapped out there. Did they? Yeah, they did swap out into the Zacian, which is not the best answer for it either. We see us now going into the Nihilego, which is going to be able to take on this Zacian pretty well. Close combat, still going to hurt, doesn't two-shot though, so you can take this next move, you can realign. You have a ton of energy stored on your Groudon and you will be able to now go ahead, farm them all the way down. And we can see the Rock Slide coming through against the Aiga. This is the issue with Nihilego, you have to have them in good matchups where you can hit those charge moves or neutral or super effective damage. Every single steel type will be able to kinda hard wall this Pokemon, so it's a little bit tricky sometimes to use, but here we see that the opponent going to shield up the move, going to be able to go for the Iron Head there. You can just go ahead and go straight for the Fire Punch. Groudon is actually one of the Pokemon I'm really looking forward to when we finally get the new charge move. Here you can see that you can farm on the opponent's Dialga, and we see a Mewtwo coming in here as we see the Iron Head coming in as well. A lot of people as this opponent as well, I think, seem to play not fully XL level 50 Pokemon. That's something that you're going to encounter a lot of times right now. That's not something that I can just sniff out either. So yeah, this is going to be a matchup against a non-XL Mewtwo here, but a lot of people just don't have the resources, and like there's a lot of discussion right now on like social media about this season and like this week in particular. I'm not a big fan of it either, but we have to deal with what we are encountering here, right? So for me at least, I feel like it's not the worst thing ever either, because I mean it's just 1 week, and also again, if you have at least like some Pokemon at level 40 already, I would start trying to build them a little bit and try to play this week, just because we have currently triple Stardust for the win reward, which actually helps me out a lot right now. I'm using currently premium passes basically on all my sets that I play, and I gain so much Stardust right now, which is really nice because I was really low on that, so it's definitely worth it just for the Stardust gains to play the current week, even if you don't have the perfect Pokemon, unless you are really close to Legend right now and you know that you might be able to hit it in the final week where we're going to have the Ho-Ohs Cup, which is actually looking like a very solid cup. I took like a first glance on that and looks like a very fun cup to play, so it's going to be interesting how this is going to turn out, as we see a Fire Punch coming out against this opponent there with their Metagross. It will get shielded, which is nice for you. You can shield up the opponent's move as well, as you will be able to reach another Fire Punch in time. They're going to swap out into a Zacian here, as we see that you're going to be able to do some damage there, and you will be able to farm all the way down now with your Nihilego. But Nihilego against the Steel type, it's going to be an interesting one. Close combat coming through, not going to knock you out. They're going to get to another one here as well, and you will be able to go ahead and go for some charge moves against this Metagross, but I don't think that's going to like help you out a lot there, as this will not knock them out, and you don't get to the final one, and you sadly don't reach the next charge move here as well. Means you're gonna go down to this Metagross, which is definitely something that's kind of tricky. This team itself is something that's very well built. I think it's actually similar to a team that I showcased as well in my top team video. I think it is one of my top team video teams, where I said that you can use it like this, but if you need something like a better answer for like water type Pokemon, if you face more Kyogre for example, you could use something else, Nihilego in the back as well. But here we see the opponent having Giratina, going for the Omnious Wind, and we see actually that's a Shadow Lugia fully maxed out, and I think that is also pretty high CP there. It's like 4,158, that's kind of wild. We see the shield coming up against the Draco Media. Let me see actually how high my Lugia would be. I have actually the purified version as a Hundo. Unpurified, like it wouldn't have really been that good either, but like as a purified it goes to 4,186, so my opponent here definitely got, not my opponent, but like the opponent here definitely got a good version of it. We see the Sky Attack not doing too much damage against it, and you can farm it all the way down here, which is nice. And we see now coming in the Zacian. Interesting. Yeah, okay, you're gonna go for the wrong move here with the Rock Slide, sadly, but you can go for, I guess, the farm down there. You're gonna go for the Sludge Bomb. This will knock them out, unlike the Rock Slide before, and they're going to shield this move up. You would be able to just Do you want to shield this move up? I guess you want to shield this move up. They're gonna go for the close combat, and we see that Giratina coming back in here. This looks like a very good game for you here, as you will be able to reach that rock side and still going to be able to knock out the opponent's Zacian. Nihilego is just sweeping here. Good game there to the opponent. Next one coming up, going to be Groudon against Zacian. Definitely an interesting matchup there, as we're going to see that you're gonna go into your Dialga. Interesting that you swap into Dialga though. Like, you could have also played out the matchup with Groudon. Actually, the matchup with Groudon against Zacian is pretty neutral, so like, it really depends on what you want to do here, but I guess maybe you expect them to swap out eventually. You're going to let this move go through. You're going to throw before they throw their charge move, which is a little bit risky, because you see here now the opponent got the realignment without even wanting it. You get out the opponent's Dialga, and this is huge. Like, you had to get them out, because otherwise this would completely destroy the Nihilego. We see here the incoming charge move going to get shielded, going to be an Iron Head, of course. I would just go straight for the Earthquake now. Yeah, exactly correct play here. This will allow you to definitely win back switch advantage here, and you're going to be able to knock them straight out of here. And we see the opponent coming into a Giratina. This is awkward, because the Giratina are going to be able to resist the fast move here. Still, Rock Slide going to hurt. You're going to shield up the Shadow Ball, which is, I feel like, a little bit of a weird play, because I feel like you kind of want to keep the shield alive for your Groudon. But I guess you maybe try to get them very low here. That might help you out as well. We see the Shadow Ball coming through, doesn't do too much damage either. You're going to swap out, very good anticipated there. Definitely was on purposely there as well, that they anticipated the swap out there as well. We see the Rock Slide going to have to be shielded here, and you can get to another move, which will allow you to hopefully knock them out or get them very close. You're going to be able to knock them out with Nihilego, and that's going to be a good game. Very well played there. Next opponent, Ho-Oh, exactly where you don't want to see the Ho-Oh. Would be a perfect matchup for your Nihilego, as you would be able to resist all the moves that they usually have. Some, like I think myself as well, still have Earthquake instead of Sacred Fire. But, yeah, Sacred Fire and Brave Bird is usually the moveset to go here. We'll see the Iron Head coming through, going to get shielded by the Zacian, as you can get to another Iron Head here as well. Trying to get the next shield as well, but you're going to get them low. You would be able to actually realign if you wanted to, and I feel like it's worth it, and you're going to do that as well. That's nice, because I feel like aligning your Nihilego against the opponent's Ho-Oh definitely is worth it, as the opponent tries to swap onto the charge move into their own Dialga. What a play, going to get them very, very low already. You can farm them all the way down now. You can go for the Earthquake here, and you have the best matchup possible now left. This is single resisted only, which does make it still does do a ton of damage. For me, as someone who's coming from the main series games, it's always so awkward to see an Earthquake doing so much damage against a flying type. But now you will be able to go ahead and go for the full farm down here with your Nihilego. This is risky here, by the way. If they have Earthquake, you're going to get down there, but of course, they have Sacred Fire here, and you will be able to win this game. Next opponent, Mamoswine in the lead. That's going to be an interesting one, because Mamoswine has access, of course, to the charge move Avalanche, which most likely would one-shot you as their shadow version of it, but you're still going to do a ton of damage with your own fast move there, charge move there with the Fire Punch here. Fire Punch going to get the shield here for sure. You're going to let this move go through, I would say. Exactly, because you're going to get the farm down now anyway with Dialga. You're going to have to shield this one as well, I would say. Exactly, good play there. High horsepower would definitely knock you out there. And we see a Metagross coming in. While this looks very bad for you right now, it's actually not that bad. The thing is, especially because they're Shadow, they're going to go for Media Mesh no matter what. You're going to be able to do some nice damage already with your fast moves and the charge move now as well. Going to get shield as well allows you to go for a Draco Media in time, knocking them out for sure. That's going to one-shot the opponent. You can swap out here immediately, and we're going to see a Tyranitar. This is not ideal. Tyranitar is actually a cool pick to use. I wouldn't run Bite anymore, because I feel like Mewtwo and stuff like that is not as popular anymore. But I feel like Smackdown Tyranitar, Shadow especially, will have a lot of play in the Master League in general right now, because of a lot of flyers being available. So, very cool pick. Let's see if Dialga can still beat this one. It's going to be close, but Dialga will succeed here. Thing is, Dialga here is also best buddy. I still have the best buddy in my own Dialga. Very important for Master League when it comes back. But, yeah, very, very cool there. Tyranitar, though, I feel like Smackdown is the way to go, because there are a lot of flying type Pokemon currently available. While also Bite does make a lot of sense, because it's neutral against a lot of Pokemon as well. Smackdown, I feel like, is kind of cool as well. But yeah, it really depends on what you face. Guess Bite is better for the Dialga matchup as well as for the Mewtwo matchup, but Here we see the Zacian matchup coming in. They're going to be able to go for an Iron Head, going to most likely get a no shield here. Actually, you're gonna get a shield, that's wild. You're gonna get a shield here, which is cool. You're going to let this move go through, you're going to let them knock you out, and you're going to farm them down most likely with your Nihilego. The good old jellyfish here from space, going to be able to do a lot of damage with a fast move. Look how much it chunks. You're going to have to shield this move up, sadly, but you're at least going to get a nice amount of energy there, as you already have one charge move stored. We see the Giratina coming back in here. You're going to have to throw another charge move that you wouldn't be able to farm down, as they resist your move there as well. Very good snipe there with the Fire Punch, amazing move. Fire Punch coming through, going to knock out the opponent, but we see the Ho-Oh coming in, but there was nothing they could have done there anymore, as he had basically a Rock Slide stored nearly there, and he had still a shield left, so very good game. Another Mamoswine in the lead. Mamoswine is a very good lead for the Open Master League. Don't underestimate this Pokemon. It's very neutral against basically everything that's currently available. There's no real hard answer other than maybe Kyogre for this Pokemon, so very cool one here, as they're going to let this move go through. It's going to be a tough one to win this one, as the Avalanche going to get shielded here from you as well. You can farm them all the way down, but we see the Dialga coming in now. This looks like a loss. Like, I don't see the way that you can win this. They're going to swap out though, which is nice, as you can at least go for one Rock Slide now. But this is still a tough matchup for you, as you don't really have anything to hit at the Dialga with your Nihilego there. You're going to be able to take one move at least. You can go for the charge move here. Rock Slide coming through. We're going to get the shield actually. That's wild. I didn't expect them to go for the shield here. You can go for another charge move. This is going to be able to get them very low. They're going to throw a charge move soon now. Exactly. You're going to let this move go through for sure. Try to farm down now with your own Dialga. They're going to go into their Dialga. You're going to go for the bait. This is risky. Can you get the bait done? You don't get the bait done. And I guess now your play is to farm them all the way down. Iron Head is coming through. You're going to have to farm them all the way down. Exactly, and you have to try to get to another charge move here or farm them down. Can you win this still? You can still win this. Amazing play there again. Good game there. Second to last game. We see a Dialga against you in the lead here, as this is going to be an interesting one. Again, you can just bait with a Fire Punch, which you're going to do here as well. A risky one, but maybe pays off still, and does pay off, as the opponent doesn't want to give up the Dialga immediately there. And just rather shields. We're going to see the Iron Head coming through, doing not a lot of damage. This was kind of annoying there. I think there was some lag on the opponent's side as well. Very good catch though from the opponent. You have to go into your Dialga in order to farm them all the way down. Still tricky because they get to 2 superpowers here for sure. Like, they're going to have another one already. Not throwing there smart because he would have lost CMP. Superpower coming through, going to do a ton of damage. You should most likely get your shield back though from your own Dialga. Very nice catch though from the opponent there, as we see a Dialga coming in from the opponent as well there, of course, with their own. You see the shield coming up, but they're going to be able to farm you all the way down. And at this point of time, this is kind of a good game already. The ground are going to go down soon. They're going to even catch the next move on the Kyogre, and you have a ground type, which just throws a Fire Punch, and you have a rock type in the back, so this Kyogre would completely destroy you anyway. Final game, a very good lead for you. That's exactly where you want to see it, and also a very good save swap for you, as you're going to encounter now this Togekiss. You can actually just farm them all the way down. There is nothing that this Togekiss can do against you that would threaten you. Unlike Steel types, you don't you don't care about the Flamethrower. I cannot curse here, of course, on the video. So like, yeah, you don't care about the Flamethrower. The Ancient Power doesn't do damage. Area Ace is resisted. The Fairy Moves are resisted. You're literally the hardest possible wall for the Togekiss, which is kind of funny. But yeah, we see the Accident Drill even going down there kind of to the Nihilego, which is wild. But you will be able to now just go ahead and farm them all the way down with your Groudon. You might have to shield something, but we see the opponent going to the Mewtwo, which might want to go straight for the Focus Blast. I don't think this was one yet, but we will find out shortly. It's going to be a Side Strike, and we will be able to go ahead and go for one Iron Head here, which will force some shields, of course. And your play most likely going to be to let this move go through here. It's going to be a Side Strike, exactly. You cannot invest a shield here anymore, I feel like. Or can you? I feel like, yeah, you can't. It's going to be a Side Strike. Now you could if you want to. But they actually don't even throw anyway. It's going to be a good game now, because you can go for an Iron Head. This forces a shield. You can go for a Fire Punch. And this wins you the game, but they're going to let this move go through anyway. But yeah, that's going to be it for the video. Thanks all for watching. Thanks for sending in those battles. If you want to send in your own battles, link in the description, and I'll see you next video. Bye.